Life insurance is a crucial part of financial planning. It provides financial protection to your loved ones in the event of your unexpected death. Life insurance can help cover expenses such as funeral costs, outstanding debts, and living expenses. It can also provide a source of income for your family and help them maintain their standard of living. Despite its importance, many people do not have adequate life insurance coverage. According to a recent study, 1 in 3 households in the United States do not have life insurance. This lack of coverage can leave families vulnerable to financial hardship in the event of a loved one's unexpected death. That's why September is designated as Life Insurance Awareness Month. It's a time to raise awareness about the importance of life insurance and encourage people to review their coverage and make sure they have adequate protection for their loved ones. During Life Insurance Awareness Month, we will discuss various topics to help you best navigate how life insurance works. This will also be a great time to review your own life insurance coverage and make sure it's up to date. In today's podcast episode, we will discuss how C-19 affected life insurance premiums. Hey everyone, welcome to the Build Young, Grow Wealthy podcast. My name is Walida Cherie. I help busy professionals and entrepreneurs manage, protect, and grow their income to obtain financial freedom. Without further ado, let's get into this. On March 12, 2020, Americans joined the rest of the world in locking ourselves in our homes due to the declaration of the global pandemic. This was an unprecedented event that left even the most experienced individuals unsure of what to expect. We were forced to quarantine ourselves away from our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and even strangers with no date of when it would end. It was a time of great sadness and fear as we faced an unknown enemy. About 3 years later, on May 5th, 2023, President Joe Biden officially announced that the pandemic was over, but the long-term effects are still yet unknown. C-19 had a significant impact on the insurance industry, and life insurance is no exception. The pandemic led to an increase in the number of deaths, which resulted in a rise in life insurance claims. As a result, many insurance companies had to adjust their premiums to account for the increased risk. Now, I would like to share some key points with you from a CNBC article written on December 1st, 2022 by Kate Dory, CFP, titled, quote, "It's a work in progress. How COVID has changed the life insurance marketplace," end quote. Here are the key points that I gained from this article. Over $100 billion have been paid out to beneficiaries since 2021. An increase of people getting policies to protect themselves and loved ones jumped as high as 3.9% in 2022. Underwriting has become difficult as the long-term effects of C-19 are not yet known. According to Marianne Purushottam, Corporate Vice President and Head of Limera's Data Services, she said, quote, "It's really difficult to underwrite for something that you don't have a clear way to diagnose and define," end quote. According to Stuart Silverman, Principal and Consultant Actuary at Milliman, an actuarial and consulting firm, he said, quote, "It's going to take 5 to 10 years for us to fully understand what patterns we're starting to see," end quote. For now, states are slowly rolling out C-19 questions on patients' applications to determine their risk level, which has some worried that they may not get approved. Let's take a look into how C-19 affected life insurance premiums. Individuals with pre-existing conditions were at a higher risk of developing severe symptoms if they contracted C-19. As a result, insurance companies increased premiums for policyholders with pre-existing conditions to account for the increased risk. Here are examples of pre-existing conditions, but this list is not exhaustive. Cancer or a history of cancer, chronic illness, alcoholism, diabetes, digestive diseases, drug use, heart conditions, high cholesterol, HIV, high blood pressure, marijuana use, smoking, vaping, mental health issues such as depression or anxiety, and sleep apnea. Another factor that affected life insurance premiums is age. Older individuals were at a higher risk of contracting C19 and were more likely to suffer severe symptoms. As a result, insurance companies increased premiums for older policyholders to account for the increased risk. Additionally, the pandemic led to an increase in the number of people applying for life insurance. Many individuals realized the importance of having life insurance during those uncertain times. As a result, insurance companies have become more selective in their underwriting process, which has increased premiums for some policyholders. So, what are the new underwriting guidelines for C19 patients? If you have an active case of C19, companies may postpone processing your application 14 to 30 days post-recovery. If you've been hospitalized due to C19, it can be delayed 90 days or more. Some companies have elected not to insure patients over 75 with multiple health conditions, whether they've had C19 or not. Although some things have changed about life insurance, one thing is constant. It's a necessary part of your life if you have people who depend on you. Let's talk about steps to apply for life insurance. The application process for life insurance post-C19 is similar to the pre-C19 application process, but there may be additional steps or requirements to look out for. Number 1, health questions. As with any life insurance application, you will be asked a series of health questions to determine your eligibility for coverage. However, some insurance companies may ask additional questions related to C19, such as whether you've been diagnosed with the virus or have been in close contact with someone who has. Number 2, medical exams. Depending on the type and amount of coverage you're applying for, you may be required to undergo a medical exam. Due to the pandemic, some insurance companies may have changed their policies around medical exams. It's important to get in touch with them and inquire about their specific criteria. Number 3, underwriting. After you submit your application and any required medical information, the insurance company will review your application and determine your eligibility for coverage. As I've stated previously, some insurance companies may be more selective in their underwriting process, particularly for older individuals or those with pre-existing medical conditions. Number 4, delays. There may be delays in the application process, such as longer wait times for medical exams or underwriting decisions. It's important to work with a reputable insurance company and to be patient throughout the process. The bottom line. The pandemic is over, so getting life insurance should be quicker to obtain now. Just remember that as you get older, you may have to pay higher premiums for insurance. It's possible that some companies won't approve your application. If you're younger with pre-existing health conditions, you can expect to pay a higher premium than those without pre-existing conditions. Being healthy definitely pays off when it comes to getting the best premiums with life insurance. And if you have youth on your side, consider yourself a gold mine and get a policy ASAP. For every year that goes by, your chances of getting sick or dying increases, therefore your premium will increase. If you have people who depend on your finances for their survival, then you absolutely need to add life insurance to your financial plan. As the saying goes, if you fail to plan to fail. If you would like to know more about the different life insurance policies, I'm going to put a link with my free ebook of the Ultimate Life Insurance Guide, so that way you can have all of the details to learn more about temporary and permanent life insurance and other questions you may have about life insurance. So, would you say that life insurance premiums post-C19 are fair in comparison to pre-C19? Be sure to engage in the poll if you're listening on Spotify. That's all I have for now. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so, leave me a review, and share this episode with a friend. Until next time, I will talk to you later.